this morning we are joined by Elvio Fernandes, the founder of ROC Star Academy, to tell us all about it and all of this before he hits the road again with the band Daughtry. Good morning.
Good
Thanks
morning.
so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We were just talking during the commercial break, and you are one busy guy between all of the touring, the ROC Star Academy, a coffee shop, and now this new branch of the ROC Star Academy. How are you keeping all of this straight?
I'm not, but I'm doing the best I can. No, it's a little bit hectic, but these are all things that I'm passionate about, and I like to stay busy. So.
Very good.
For somebody who's unfamiliar with ROC Star Academy, the original, talk to us about it and the success that it's seen.
It was basically, an idea that I had come up with after doing some live shows and bringing some young kids up on stage. You see quickly how that impacts them. And it's a life-changing experience when a kid is standing on stage and thousands of people are cheering for them, right? So we came up with this concept of, it was just a one-week summer camp. And the whole premise of the camp was to make kids feel like rock stars. Day one, we'd pick them up in a limo and, then drive them around a little bit, and then they would do their little audition, and then we form bands, and each band has a professional coach. And then the goal through the week was to learn a couple songs, and then on Friday, a fully produced rock show, which is usually the first time these kids have ever been on a stage in front of a cheering audience.
Wow.
And it's life-changing. So that then evolved into what is a year-long academy that we've, since 2017. And we have like 22 bands, a couple hundred kids. And these kids play 10-plus showcases a year at all of the areas, live music venues like Iron Smoke and Love and Cup and Buncie's.
Wow.
How cool.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Do they still get picked up in a limo every day?
No.
That's
just a one-day thing. Yeah.
All right, so tell us about the second branch that's opening then.
So Geneseo holds a special place in my heart. That's where I went to college. And, a lot of my early experiences as a musician happened at Geneseo. Bought my first guitar at Buzzo's. We get quite a few kids from Livingston County that come to our summer camp in Monroe County. And I was trying to recruit a drummer for a new band that we were forming, and I called this kid up, and I spoke to his parents, and they said, we would love to join, but we live in Geneseo. It's a little bit of a drive for us. And then just kind of a light bulb went off, and I was like, wait a second, these kids, there's a lot of kids in Livingston County. I didn't realize how many school districts. I think there's 8 school districts out that way. So with the connection of me going to college there, I just felt like it was a no-brainer to offer this experience to those kids in Livingston County. And, the goal's the same thing. Let's see how many kids we can inspire and get on stage. And at the end of the day, it's about confidence, instilling confidence in these kids. So.
Okay, but so we've got 2 schools now. We've got the coffee shop. And we still have the day job where we're a musician and we go on tour.
Yes.
And you're getting ready to do that. So how do you manage all of this?
I have an incredible support staff. My wife, first and foremost, handles a lot of the day-to-day at ROC Star Academy. And so she helps quite a bit. My coaches are phenomenal. I work remotely when I'm on the road, obviously, communicating and organizing things. But I have a great staff. So
it definitely all pays off in the end, I'm sure. I know we were joking and kind of laughing about just how chaotic it is, but when you see the smiles and you see the kids perform, it really has got to make you feel good, and I'm sure remind you of how you got started.
100%. I didn't have a ROC Star Academy when I got started. We had to figure it out ourselves. So, the fact that these kids can get mentoring from professional musicians and people who are actually doing this, it just, the process is much easier for them. We can teach them to avoid pitfalls and mistakes that nobody told us when we were younger. So, and again, I always say it's the most important, other than being a husband and a father, it's the most important thing I do, because it really does change these kids. They come in, a lot of times they're shy. They're not the quarterback of the football team. These are creative kids that are in their bedrooms just playing their instruments, and then you take that kid and you show them how cool they are, and you put them on stage and you put them in a position to win. And it is life-changing. And I hear it every day and I see it, and it's kind of addicting. Like, I want every kid out there that loves music that doesn't think they're cool. I'll show you how cool you are. Promise you.
Several years in at this point, I would imagine some of the former students at the original ROC Star Academy have gone on to pursue careers in music.
100%. So a lot of my ex-students are now my coaches, so it's a family. They just stay, we all stay together. But the very first band that I ever formed at ROC Star Academy is a band called BB Dang. They just had 1,200 people at Rochester Beer Park.
Wow.
They're killing it.
Wow.
And they work really hard, and they're humble, and they're sweet kids, and they're talented, and that's what we're all about, you know? So I want to form the next BB Dang, and we have so many talented bands that are actually playing out live. There's too many to name, but, you know, solo artists. So it is kind of a launching pad to,
Sure.
you know, you don't have to be a rock star to make a living in music. There's a lot of different levels, and, you know, there's people that make a living here in Rochester playing music. So, you know, we're here to help facilitate that, so.
For those who are living in Livingston County that are interested and thinking to themselves, man, my kid would totally go crazy over this, how does it all work?
Well, come see us on Friday, because we're doing a ribbon cutting at 2 p.m., and then from 3 to 6 is an open house where, you know, we'll show you our little facility there. That we have all these rooms that are fully equipped for lessons and for band rehearsals, and it's pretty cool. But you would go to our website. It's rockstaracademy.com, and it's ROCSTAR. Don't put the K in there. Yeah, we're looking forward to growing that program in Livingston County and you know, creating some maybe changing the landscape of that local music scene. So.
Sounds good. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And if you missed any of it, we'll post all of the information you need to know if you want to go on our website, foxrochester.com.
When we come back, we're getting a closer look at some of this year's best books.
Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.